The vicious cycle. This is something that I've referred to throughout my career when I've met young people entering the job market, but it also is clear when you are somebody with a lot of experience, but you can't seem to get out of the rut. The whole idea is I don't have enough experience because I don't have a job, and I have no job because I don't have enough experience, and you just keep going around and around and around and around. We need to change something in order to get different results. So, story time. I was participating in a job fair seeking talent as somebody that was representing a startup. So there were 2,000 plus students and about 20 startups. Each startup pitches for 3 minutes who they are, problem, solution, industry, and what they're looking for. Then there's a meet and greet, and all the startups have booths around the entire area, and it's held at a university. And basically, students come up, they ask questions, and there's a little bit of back and forth. Shout out to entry level people. This is probably you. If you've never attended a job fair, this is kind of what it's like. So, out of the 2,000 plus attendees, most were looking for an entry level job. Many were looking for internships. Most attendees are recent grads or graduating soon, and there was very little professional experience amongst everybody that was there. It was packed. So, of the 20 startups, they're looking for help with very specific tasks slash projects. A lot of it was looking for development help. Some of it was looking for sales and marketing. Usually there was 1 to 3 openings per company, few internships, and even fewer jobs. Most are early stage startups, so we're talking small teams with literally no money that are desperate to show traction in order to get investment or some type of momentum so that they could carry on staying alive. Out of the 40 internships that were available of the 2,000 employees, we're talking about zero point zero 0.02 opportunities per attendee. For the 20 jobs that were available, we're talking about zero point zero 0.01 jobs per all the employees or potential employees that were there. Pretty staggering. So when you meet attendees as a startup, I'm looking for people that can execute. So my questions were, what do you like to do? What can you do? And the most common answers were build a go-to-market strategy, digital strategy, and social media strategy. And it's like, okay, that's really nice, but that's my job as the chief marketing officer. I need somebody that can do very specific projects. Sometimes there's a mismatch based off of a misunderstanding. Did you base your entire understanding on marketing or your job field based off of stock images, movies, television, projects in school? Dude, it happens to everybody. Everybody gets tricked. That is kind of the nature of what is. And sometimes there's a real misunderstanding in terms of expectations, whether it's on dates or whether it's when you're trying to get a job. Some people are thinking, is this the person I can spend the rest of my life with? Other people are looking for instant gratification, and maybe they're wondering if this is the person I could spend the rest of my night with. It's just an example. This is not a hashtag Me Too moment. It's just how things are. School teaches you how to approach problem solving. I know I've hit this before, but from a marketing perspective, and essentially what ends up happening in a project is you are given a circumstance in class where you identify the problem, you brainstorm solutions, and you make a plan. Then you create a presentation and you basically build this slide deck and present your plan, you get a grade. There's a lot more complexity in a real world environment, and some people never leave this level of thinking. It's a scary environment. You don't become great by coming up with ideas, you become great by doing the work. Please don't be an idea guy. Ideas versus execution is everything. Ideas are shit. Execution really is everything. Do the things that people talk about. Do the things that you talk about. We could all sit in a room and for 3 hours sit down and map out all of the future companies for the next 30, 40, 50 years. Who knows? And we could come up with the best ideas. But if none of us lift a finger to actually execute on any of it, none of it matters. So why bother? Why am I saying any of this? Because whether you do anything or not, the time will pass anyways. So it's really important to start putting your time and effort and energy into things that you can grow from, into things that you can show, into things that lead to other opportunities, into things that are more than ideas, and into things that are not just sitting waiting for something to happen. And that's why I've built kind of the last portion of this course to give you some concepts to play with.